So very early on in the church's life, the Apostle Paul was warning the Galatians that there were people who were in the church who looked like actual real brethren, but they were just there to spy out our liberty and to bring us back into the bondage from which Christ has delivered us. And this is Galatians 2:4, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came privily to spy out our liberty which we have in Christ Jesus, that they might bring us into bondage. And as we said, in this historical setting, actually the Apostle Paul was dealing with Judaizers. These were people who believed that you first had to become a Jew in order to become then a Christian. So it was a two-step process in their minds. They were thinking, first you have to become a Jew, get circumcised if you're a man, and you have to enter into most importantly, you have to enter into the covenant of Israel, and then, and only then, can you believe in the Jewish Messiah, who is Jesus, and then that's the way to salvation. And the Apostle Paul is saying that this is not the gospel, that this is a bondage, and they're trying to take us back into the bondage of the Old Testament laws, because once you have entered into that covenant, then don't you have to keep all the rules, all the laws, all the Mosaic law? And the answer would be, yeah, maybe, And so Paul is saying, these are false brethren. They are not there to fellowship. They are not there to enjoy Christ. They're not there to spread the gospel. They are there to confuse the disciples and to tell every Christian that first they have to become a Jew. So the Judaizers were a type of legalists. So legalists are people who are bringing in rules and laws into, in Christian setting, into Christianity, and through those rules and laws, they believe that you can achieve God's pleasing, that you can become like, like you can enter into the favor of God, basically, is what they believe, through maintaining a life that fulfills those requirements and laws and rules. So that's legalism. So Judaizers were a group of legalists. There are many other kind of legalists, like people who will say, you I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I could list a bunch of things. I'm sure you can think of some. I'm sure you have met this in Christianity. But the point is, what is on the other side? And the answer usually would be the antinomialists, which is a big word for basically saying, sorry, I know it's early, but it's a big word basically for just people who do not want any rules, any laws, any regulations, like against the law, basically. That's what it means. So people who are on the other side, so legalists on one side, and these people who do not want rules and laws. So maybe they are Christians, but then they say, well, yeah, but you don't have to, I don't know, you don't have to seek, seeking holiness is not part of Christianity. There is no truth, even though you believe in Christ, the Bible is not true, whatever. Antinomialists, they are saying there are no rules, no regulations, and you can just live your life freely because that's what Christ has bought us. And basically, you can just live in sin and it's all right. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. So those seem to be the two opposing sides of like any of these arguments. And in a way, I think it's a very good point to ask that question. Is that really so? Are they really the two contrary sides in this issue? And which one of them is right and which one of them is wrong? And I would like to come back to this tomorrow, but I would encourage you to give this some thought. So on one side, those who would seek laws and rules to please God, and then on the other side, those who would say, let's reject every rule, every regulation, even what the Bible tells us, because God is not like that, and it's all okay, it doesn't matter. So, like which side? And I think that's a good meditation, that's a good question, and have fun with that. God bless your day.